Persona 2 at one point in my favor, because he was just some kid who really wanted to play the game because he was really in love with the game and really wanted to get into things. And now he's put in so much work. You know, got 17th at Heatwave 4, losses to Windows and Dinos, both of whom made ridiculous
Those
runs.
are bad losses. Yeah.
Those are far from bad losses, but either way, you know, one of the best Ranos in the game right now, and looking to show off against a bastion of the game like Akashi.
Exactly.
Yeah, either way, Akashi going to be able to rack up quite a bit of damage at the start here.
Yeah, Darai's going to have to bounce off the wall again. Nice, quick, swift recovery, though. Also putting a little bit of pressure on there.
Yeah.
He's got control of center stage now, has the platform.
I mean, I love that recovery coming out from Darai. If you're not ready for it, like, it just means that you've never played Darai before. He likes to call it the roach recovery, but basically, if you do Needle Storm next to the ledge there, then if you get hit once, that's an invincible ledge dash back onto stage, and you, the one who hit Darai, will be in disadvantage. So you have to be really careful about that.
You don't want to hit him during that.
You don't want to hit him during that, unless it's with like a projectile of some sort.
Gotcha.
And Akashi, you know, wary of it, knows exactly what to do, able to seal out that first stock, and in full control of this game.
Yeah, and building up some nice extra credit there. Getting back, trying to get back on stage. Darai keeping him off with needles now.
Yeah, and the biggest thing...
that up air, fastball up air, right?
Yeah.
Into up strong.
Yeah, that landing up air into the jump cancel up strong can be true at certain percents, especially on light characters like Absa. And, you know,
misses the tongue just narrowly.
Yeah, Darai's ledge trapping is so good. And when you have your opponents marked with poison, the moment they hit any move on their controller, right? You know, the moment they put in an input, they flash. So you can react to the flash as the Rano player. You can see right there every single time. So it's a frame one reaction. Oh my lord.
Darai putting on a very, very strong showing here. Despite not having the control in the early game, has definitely adjusted much more nicely. Getting a lot more control there. Gonna get, okay, doesn't quite get the punish for that tongue.
Yeah, and right now, you know, Akashi going to be able to get the ping pong into the up air, you know, right off the top. And Akashi is no stranger to playing against Rano, plays against Lucius every now and then in Tri-State. But, you know, as far as SoCal goes, we don't have any Absas.
Yeah, exactly. The most often California gets is with a lot of online stuff. Still,
yes,
so.
A lot of online stuff. You know, we do have PX, one run by Pride. I love that, man. But either way,
nice
Akashi
evasion on that up air. Really good patience. Also showing that knowledge of crowd canceling the kill.
Yeah, and a single down tilt coming out from Darai could end up sealing this, because that would be straight into the up strong. Akashi almost going to be able to seal it out. Two up airs, not going to be able to take it from either player.
Yeah, with
another crouch cancel.
Good wariness, but that back air is going to do it.
Oh, that back air is going to do it, and sometimes the back air is just nice. You know, what can you say except...
Abs's back air is just like a fantastic move. Like,
yeah, I mean, what can you say except nice back air?
Yeah.
Right? And just like that, Akashi going to be able to take game one in, honestly, a little bit of a nail-biter.
Yeah. Early on, obviously, he had a strong control of what Darai was doing, but Darai seemed to have was quick to catch on to Akashi's game plan. Did a much better job spacing him out with some needles and really optimizing when he got him off stage.
Yeah, and one thing I will note, right, a lot of Rano players tend to play relatively similarly. Darai plays slightly different from a lot of Ranos, right? You know, as you saw with that ledge trapping, he's not really the type to want to go off stage a lot of the time. He's fine with just staying there, continually just throwing out the needles, ledge trapping you, just getting rid of all your resources. And once those resources are gone, then he'll go straight in. But God, Akashi's just trying to get rid of all of Darai's stocks rather than resources.
Has him off, more needles coming out. Made it back on though, now Akashi back in control again.
Oh my lord!
The quick punish on that.
Yeah, that was a beautiful invincible ledge dash from Darai, but an even more beautiful punish from Akashi, setting up the cloud and then setting up...
Knew exactly where he would end up.
Knew exactly where he would end up. That being said, Darai also knew exactly where Akashi was going to be, because this, for those who don't know, is Darai's favorite stage, Ethereal Gates. I have let Darai go here in bracket once. I've never let him do it again.
Just the platform movement options he gets here are just so fantastic for Rano.
Yeah,
And he loves needle boosting as well, so.
Yeah, loves needle boosting. Went for a needle boost right there, but the platform movement actually messed him up a bit, but ending up taking the stock regardless. And the Akashi on the back foot here. Darai only 45% on the second stock.
Building up some nice damage here. Gets the tongue, catches him with the tongue. Akashi, they're going down. Off, but gets that lightning launch.
Yeah, and just like that, the Thunderline going to be able to, you know, buy Akashi a little bit of time, but not going to be able to buy Akashi a neutral reset. And Darai is continuing this onslaught off stage.
They've got Darai off. Darai narrowly avoids that cloud explosion.
Yeah, and oh, the dash attack just barely going to miss from Darai. Akashi just looking at another lease of life here.
Those platform drops from Ron are just so scary, and that forward air, or down air, sorry.
Yeah, that was a forward air.
That was forward.
Yeah, that's a rough spot for Akashi to be in. Right, you get hit by 2 needles, getting 2 stuck with the forward air. Don't go back. Don't go back.
Yeah, don't let him go back to ethereal gates. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think that's the case where he'd want to do a salty run back there anyway.
Yeah, I doubt that Akashi would want a salty run back. Either way, Darai going to be banning out a few very strong Apta stages. And right now, going straight over to treetop. Interesting pick from Akashi here. Is a strong Apta stage, as we mentioned before, right? But Rano's also really, really good at ledge trapping you on the right side of the stage.
Yeah. And just the flat drops. The platform being that low, do make the flat drops from Rano a little bit scarier as well.
Yeah, I mean, you always have to be wary about that up air sharking through that platform. And Akashi, with that parry, gonna be able to get that dare into, an attempted dare.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get the follow-up on that, but it still puts on some pressure, and it'll work to help condition Darai for the next time.
No double jump.
Go for it.
Yeah, and Akashi just barely was able to land back on stage, able to get the double jump back, and Darai looking for the kill. Not going to be able to get it with the Dacus. Akashi, F-tilt up air, going to be able to get a lot of damage off, but no stock just
Flat
yet.
drop, down air, into run up smash. The Dacus is just so fierce from Rano.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a few people who like to call it the neutral smash because sometimes you just throw it out in neutral and it'll do exactly what it is you ask for. But Darai off stage for quite a while longer, but with bubble on point, Akashi knows exactly the angle to avoid the bubble to keep Darai from surviving.
Did a nice job maneuvering around Akashi's hitboxes at first, but then Akashi just covered him on that platform perfectly with that up there.
Yeah, I mean, only so much you can do as Rano. Rano's recovery is definitely the weakest part of their kit. And, Darai just looking to just not have to get to that point, right?
Exactly.
Akashi's already taken so much damage, but giving so much damage in response to a single parry.
He's got to make it back now, but gives himself some space there. The bubble saves him, though. That bubble from earlier.
Yeah, that bubble from earlier. Darai is so ridiculously good at utilizing those bubbles. But, another player who would be pretty good at that would be Lucius. So Akashi's no stranger to that. But a backer from Darai going to be able to take another stock.
Yeah, but that bubble that saved him has now built him so much damage. He's going to go down. And Darai just loves that so much.
I think that dive kick wall jump there was just barely in the right position where it was untechable.
Okay, really?
Yes,
okay.
there are certain positions where you can get a dive kick wall jump there in an untechable way.
Yeah, I know Darai loves a lot of the offstage shenanigans there.
Yes.
He doesn't always go for them, since, as you said, he does love ledge trapping.
Yeah.
But when you also have the lead like that, and when you're playing on stream at one of the biggest rivals events in the world, you want to get stuff like that as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Darai, a massive, loves to make content, waving to the camera, waving to those back home, and, here to give us some clips, give us some content of our own.
That's a good way to build back momentum as well. Really assert some dominance for Game 2 when you need to build up some momentum for Game 3.
Yeah, and, Akashi on the back foot here. Darai, I do believe, is expected to take this. As far as seeding goes, I'm not 100% certain, but either way, going to be going to a very neutral stage this time around in Jules Vale. It's the NA Classic. You can't really go a set without going through Jules Vale at least once.
Exactly. Getting some nice initial damage built up. Darai here, getting that up air connect. Gets hit by that Thunderline, though. Not enough for Akashi to take back control. Darai consistently just keeping him off on this right side of the stage.
Oh, and Darai off stage now. No resources. But Akashi going to be dropping that edge guard, and Darai going to be dropping that stock. A little bit of a teabag, not sure if that was an intentional teabag or an intended crouch cancel coming out from Darai. Who knows, but yeah, either way, we got some content.
Yeah, I mean, it's just normal Rano things, using your back air to take back neutral control.
Yeah. Either way, one other thing about Rano is, while crouching, you have access to super jump, which is incredibly strong against Absa. One of the reasons why there are Absas who despise this matchup is because Rano has ways to edge guard Absa better than almost every other character in the game.
Precisely. Gonna be building up so much more extra damage though.
Yeah, and with that Nair, gonna be able to send Akashi off stage once again. But Akashi's gonna be zipping straight through Darai, looking for another kill.
Gets that, yeah, I had the patience to wait there. Knew he was going to be landing there, didn't have any other option. Gets that up strong there.
Yeah, and wow, down strong into dash attack coming out from Akashi, putting Darai into a little bit
building
of
up
a
so
rough
much
situation.
right now. Darai has to get back here. Nice catch there using the cloud bounce.
Yeah, and Darai, beautiful ASDI, going to avoid the follow-up out of the Nair here.
Oh, and that's, okay, not quite gonna do it, but he gets him on that spike. Knew he had to, like, drift to get to the wall, and Darai was just able to follow him there.
Yeah, and Akashi, in a rough spot, just 102% on Darai. This is definitely doable, but Darai is so good at, just getting those 1-2 piece combos, just rack up the damage bit by bit, and a beautiful crouch cancel there. And Darai sitting at 124%, not gonna die just yet.
Akashi has him off, he just needs to seal this out. Oh, he misses the bubble though. He's gonna be in a rough spot for this recovery now. But does it mix up his recovery, it just jumps back onto the stage after the jump instead of waiting.
Yeah, but a beautiful shark from Akashi gonna be able to catch that double jump. And now 36-0. If any character can do it, if any player can do it, Akashi and Absa are definitely a duo that has that ability.
He got those up airs, building up some nice extra damage. Oh, nice weight there. Doesn't plug anything off of it. Akashi coming back a little bit more aggressively and actually allowing him to get back into neutral because Darai wasn't respected.
Yeah, and all right, Akashi just trying to reset things in neutral. A trade on the F-1.
Drops off the platform. He's just trying to get these forward air drops off the platform. Anticipated him coming up high. Back air from Toronto, not going to do it.
Yeah, and this is incredibly tense. This is potentially Akashi's winner side stock stuck in the bubble.
Low on resources. Yeah, that's going to do it.
Yeah, and that's going to do it with 4 needles and 1 forward air. Darai going to be able to take it 3-1 over Akashi, moving on in winner's side.
Darai did such a good job of draining his resources there.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that like 2 years ago, right? For those of you who don't know, Darai was at Genesis 2 years ago. Darai made it out of pools into top 48 2 years ago. Darai made it into top 48 and in a pool where he lost to Dan.
Okay, yeah.
And by Dan, we mean Dan Fornace
of Dan Fornace
of Rivals of Aether fame. Yeah, for those who don't know, Dan is honestly he's pretty solid at the game. He's actually people like to meme that Dan sucks at the game. He's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
And especially for a dev, put a lot of time into.
I think the dev tier list, if you don't count SBS, because SBS is up there.
SBS is.
I think it's Edalus and then Dan. I think is normally
Edalus and then Dan and Trevor. Dan and Youngblood are around the same level, but basically, it's still a meme if you